Hey everybody, it's Mike Hurley back with another video for warm up as part of our daily clay.com working in the open sort of stand up. So I'm really excited. This is my favorite part of every day now. I absolutely love doing this with everybody and kind of showing off what I'm working on, what I'm thinking about. And so today we're going to do some waterfall enrichment of contacts, um, or at least I'll kind of show off what I've already kind of done in that regard today. I one of my teammates, Ruben, I was working on a list for him, trying to find email addresses and phone numbers, and so I'm going to kind of show off how I did that thing, how it went, and we'll talk about that a little bit. So that's what I've been kind of working on today. We could also check in on our Teamfluence workflow table. So yesterday we worked on setting up a webhook between a Clay table and Teamfluence, where we were pulling down all of the profile visitors that we were getting on LinkedIn. So why don't we go ahead and just take a quick peek at that because it's really cool. Assuming my internet loads the table. So let's see here. Is it continuing to work today? My giant head is in the way. It's March 13th. It's March 13th. And look at this. We're getting some profile visitors. Paula is joining the party. You're seeing me in here, Ruben. This is so cool. So we've got all these profile visitors, um, across the board for the entire team. There's so many good people here we could potentially filter through to reach out to. So that's neat. This continues to run. This is a whole other workflow that's going to help feed and grow the business. So that's neat. This morning, though, to kind of go back to what I wanted to show off for today, I needed to do some waterfall enrichment in Clay of people. So let's go back here. Hit the back button. I don't know where I am. I feel like the UI changed between yesterday and today. I don't know. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. So this telecom list. So we made a list of companies in the telecom space. I am 100% sure the UI changed. Great. Prepare yourself for a video where I don't know anything where anything is now. So we found all these companies, and then we used the built with integration right to find the ones that were just using HubSpot, and then that has 365 rows. It's probably really hard to see, so I'm sorry, but we'll go ahead and click into this. So we started with 1,300 telecom companies that were of a certain size. They were all 51 to 200 employees, and then we filtered for. We created a table that just had, the 364 companies where they positively matched with, with the keywords for HubSpot. So I actually got some feedback from the community. I got some feedback that if we went directly into built with and built a company list in there of companies that are using HubSpot, that we would get like many many thousands of companies by doing it that way, and then we could export that and import it into Clay and then enrich it from there. So I think the theory there, I think the theory or the idea about doing it that way is that you might get like far more companies doing it that way for some reason, and then also maybe it's like more efficient credit wise or just more efficient cost wise to do it that way. So that's kind of interesting. But then we have this list of 64 companies using HubSpot, and then we wanted to. There's like so many things in the way down here. We wanted to then find people at these companies. So where is that table? Find people. Yep, here we go. This is I believe what we wanted. Yeah. So now the way I did this is I filtered for folks in like the VP of marketing, VP of sales, chief revenue officer, um, and so we only got back a relatively small number, right? We only got back 62 people, but these 62 people are in our a lot of them look to have our target job titles, and um, they're at a company that we believe uses HubSpot, so they could be a really good candidate potentially for some of our data enrichment workflows that we know work between Clay and HubSpot. I think it'd be really cool to kind of layer on top of this which of these companies has over a certain number of site visits, right? Like maybe they're a good candidate for an inbound lead enrichment sort of project potentially. So we're already at 5 minutes. I'm going to just quickly review what we did to enrich this list. So we went up here to add enrichment. And then if I'm looking for mobile numbers, it's really easy. I just type in mobile number. And there is a waterfall enrichment sort of process that I can run by simply, clicking here and choosing which data providers I want to lean on to go find the mobile numbers. The same thing is true of work emails, right? So if you just type in work email, there's work email and then there's a work email enterprise. There's some differences there that I don't totally fully understand yet, even though I should. At one point I did. I think I maybe read some stuff and then forgot it, which is, wonderful. But same thing here, right? I click on work email and then there's a list of data providers that it's going to run through to find those work emails. There are different primary fields that they recommend for, finding the email addresses. And then you, of course, want to validate, uh, you know, the emails. I think I'm using zero bounce here. Maybe. I think that's what it says. Yeah. So here's kind of what happened. I think I have these collapsed. I do have them collapsed. But if I click here, we can literally see, you know, which of these ran and which ones didn't. This is very interesting. It looks like maybe he was able to find all of them or a lot of them. So here's an example of one where it like couldn't find it with this first option. So then it ran the second one, ran the third one and found it there. Right? So it's just going to keep trying until it finds it. And then the same is going to be true of the mobile phone numbers. So it's running through all the different providers and then aggregating the results in the mobile phone field. And there's some validation, probably work to be done with this list before you'd want to push it into a campaign or export it and have your team do something with it, like put it into a call sequence or something of that nature. But yeah, I'll go ahead and stop here. Video is 8 minutes long. 8 minutes long. Sorry about that. I hope you've had a wonderful Thursday. Hope you had a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye bye.